All right, we are starting language arts. Ella, you can get a tissue, sweetie. Which one first? 10 things you never knew about Santa, or God gave us Christmas?
God gave us Christmas. God gave us.
Okay, then we'll do 10 things you never knew about Santa. I'm very curious what that could be.
I wouldn't mind it.
So, God gave us Christmas with cute polar bears. Mama, little cub, asked one night, who invented Christmas? Was it Santa? No, Mama Bear said. God invented Christmas. God gave us Christmas. Is God more important than Santa? Oh, yes, much more important, Mama said with a smile. Ooh, they're making cookies. The next morning, little cub sleepily climbed into her lap. Can we go find Santa, Mama? He lives around here someplace, I think. Santa is hard to find, said Mama, but we can go find God. God is everywhere. I like their little pajamas with their little tails sticking out the back.
Is that his brother?
Yahoo! Cried little cub. I didn't know we could find God. Oh, yes, Mama said. We can always find God. Little cub looked over her shoulder and whispered, can we leave them at home? Yes, Papa will watch the little ones. You and I can go alone. They must be twins. We will go find God. I will see how he gave us Christmas. Yes, little cub, you shall see how God gave us Christmas. The next morning, little cub and Mama filled their packs, kissed their family goodbye, and set off to find God and see how he gave them Christmas. They walked up the top of one mountain. Ooh, look at that. Looks like a good sledding hill. Down the next. Ooh, that looks like fun. Ooh, look at, he's going off a jump. Woo! And up another mountain where they set up camp. Little cub was so tired that she went right to sleep. But Mama nudged her while it was still dark. Mama, why are you waking me up? Because it's God, little cub. Come see. Ooh, the northern lights. What is that? Little cub asked in wonder as she watched the dancing light in the sky. That is God at work, little cub. He sent his only son as a baby so that we would know light from dark. Jesus is the light of the world. Jesus is how God gave us Christmas. Not over yet. The next day, they arrived at a huge lake. All at once, with a mighty roar, a chunk of ice cut away from the cliff and fell into the sea. What is that? Little cub asked, covering her ears and leaning into Mama. That is God, little cub. He's so powerful. He can command the water to freeze and the glacier to melt. He is mightier than any king on earth, and because he is all-powerful, he made Jesus king of all kings. But Jesus was just a baby. How could he be king? All kings begin as babies. God knew we would need someone we could touch and see and smell. Mama paused to sniff little cub's neck, making her giggle, to understand just how much he loved each one of us. Ooh, there's a tree star. Mama awoke little cub again before the sun came up. She pointed to the east as a star that changed from green to red to green again and shot out in many points. Is that God again? Little cub asked, rubbing her eyes. Yes, Jesus is called the bright morning star. He is always with us, and he first came when God gave us Christmas. That is a pretty star. That might look like the one we're going to see on the 21st. The star. But what about Santa? Little cub asked. Did God give us Santa? Santa Claus reminds us about many good things like generosity and care. But it is God and Jesus that we celebrate most come Christmas. We always want to thank God for giving us Christmas. On the way home, Mama Bear stopped by a tiny flower peeking up from the hard, frozen ground. "Oh, you are too early, little flower," she said. "Little cub, Jesus is like this flower. God is our world, living where you wouldn't expect him, surprising us. Christmas is a lot about surprises." Like presents. Yes, Jesus is the best present of all. And God wouldn't have given us that present even if it was only for you. Or would have. Only for me. Only for you, little cub. God gave you Christmas. Mama and little cub came upon a church glowing with warm light. Soft voices reached out to them singing. What are they singing? About the night God gave us Christmas when Jesus was born. Tomorrow is Christmas Day. Little cub was glad to be back at home that night in her cozy bed. "Thanks for showing me God, Mama. There isn't anything I'd rather do, sweet child," she said with a kiss. "Nighty-night." Little cub went to sleep and dreamed of bright stars and northern lights, of a king born as a tiny baby, angels singing over him. And angels, okay, that's the end. Very cute.
Whose book is it?
That is whose book? Whose book is this?
Chloe.
Very cute. Oh, thank you. So now we're going to learn 10 things you never knew about Santa.
Ooh, yay.
We need to know about Santa.
All right. Way up in the cold North Pole, far, far away from you, Santa Claus is doing things you wouldn't believe are true. Oh my goodness. There he goes. He's jumping on a trampoline and is flying across the sky.
That's one.
That's pretty fun.
I know that.
I guess Santa likes the trampoline.
Because I didn't know.
Did you know that Mr. Claus sunbathes in the snow? That's why he has such rosy cheeks. I bet you didn't know.
Oh, got it.
That sounds very painful.
Santa on a winter vacation.
He does, of course, have reindeer like all the stories say, but he also has, a dragon that he rides on every day. That looks like fun.
Wow.
And his name is, let's see, I got another different, Blaze.
I blaze the dragon.
Hopefully he's nice to the reindeer. One thing we all know is that Santa loves to eat, but did you know cold pizza
What?
is his favorite midnight treat?
I thought he likes pies. Cookies.
I like cold pizza. I think it's delicious. That comes back from college days, friends. Santa Claus loves bumper cars and chasing reindeer around. Oh, there he is in his bumper car.
Is that true? No.
When he's tired of jingle bells, he likes hard rock sound. Oh my, he's playing the electric guitar.
Holy rock.
The reindeer are covering their ears. Santa likes to dye his hair, which makes him look quite weird. Would you believe his latest look? A green and purple beard.
It's white.
That is very interesting. I did not know. On Christmas Eve, he goes by sleigh, but Santa loves to scoot. Then he wears his bright blue shorts and not his crimson suit. On Christmas Eve, he's kind of busy on Christmas Eve, flying around. Santa's a crazy guy. Ooh. Sharing gifts all around the world, he's never lost his way, but sometimes Santa does get lost when he takes some time away. Oh, he's in a big city. He's sightseeing. It looks like New York City.
What you got on?
Yes, Santa Claus does lots of things. It's all completely true. But the thing he likes to do the most, what do you think it is? It is bring some joy to you. So cute. That is very cute. I wish I had a dragon to ride around in. I think that would be super fun. Whose book is this?
Helen.
Hey, Helen. Very cute. So if anyone else has books that they want to share next week, you can bring them in. Always fun to read your favorite Christmas books.
This week is going super
Yes,
fast.
I
know.
yes. All right, so let's start with our page. So you need to circle 4 mistakes in the sentence and then rewrite it correctly. Yes, Jack. There he goes. Yep. What's that? Okay. All right, put your thumb up if you are done. All right, what is one mistake that you found in the sentence? Boy.
Great.
What is it? I'm sorry?
Great.
Great? Oh, yes, very good. So what should it say?
G-R-E-A-T.
Very good. G-R-E-A-T. So it says that he pumped his grate. So that is spelled like you grate cheese. You know, you have a grater and you grate it. Very good, boy. So it should be, he pumped it's great. G-R-E-A-T. Very good. That's a good one. You caught that. Ella. So that's one. What's another one?
Nan is spelled with an egg.
Very good. So how should it be spelt, Ella?
With an E.
With an E. Very good. Then then should be then. T-H-E-N, not A-N. Excellent. Wensheen, it's, what should it be? Should it be apostrophe S or no apostrophe? Yes, no apostrophe. There is one more. Gabe, no period. Very good.
Wait,
You guys,
there's an E after the in great. On my paper. Yeah.
yeah, we already talked, that's not the correct spelling of great. It's G-R-E-A-T. That is how you spell great. That is great cheese. So in your sentence, it's great. That is a correct spelling, but that is, I am going to eat pasta, so I'm going to grate some Parmesan cheese to put on top.
Yeah.
So that is how you would correctly use that word, that spelling of great. We want the owl's great wings. Great, meaning powerful or awesome. All right, very good. All right, now we talked about figures of speech. I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks ago. And we talked about a particular type of figure of speech. So the sentence contains what type of figurative language, a metaphor, a simile, or a personification. There is a clue, if you remember, one of these had a particular M. It is a simile. Why? No. So who remembers if a simile is a figurative language, it's going to compare, so it compares the owl to a shadow. That is, the owl pumped its great wings and lifted off the branch like a shadow. So that is, the figure of speech is like a shadow. Is the owl a shadow?
No.
No. So the key to a simile, it's a figure of speech, but it uses the word like or as to compare. So if you see, what do you see like or as in this sentence as it's comparing? Yes, Em, which one? Yes. So, like a shadow, it's a simile because it's figurative language and it uses like to compare the owl to a shadow. So how do you know? It compares the owl to a shadow using like. Or you could just say it uses like to compare. So on number 2, the sentence contains a simile, so you can circle that. How do you know? It compares the owl using like is all you have to write. You don't have to write the whole sentence. So the key word with a simile is if you see like or as in the sentence as it's comparing something, it's a simile. What is a predicate? We talked about that earlier. Wensheen. Exactly. So, does this sentence have a compound subject? Meaning, does it have 2 subjects in the sentence, or does it have a compound predicate? Are there 2 actions describing, or are there 2 nouns? Then the owl pumped its great wings and lifted off the branch like a shadow without sound. Are there 2 subjects in this sentence?
No.
No.
Nope. What is the subject in the sentence? Owen, the owl. So, What are two things the owl did? Then the owl pumped its great wings and lifted off the branch like a shadow without sound. Jeff.
I'm actually confused.
Yeah, I'm also kind of confused. I don't know what to write.
So we have a compound predicate because we only have one subject. The subject is the owl. So remember, when you say a subject, that is the noun. So we don't have then the owl and the bat pumped its great wings and lifted off the branch. So we have one subject, which is the owl. So there's one noun.
Two words to the direction.
Raise your hand, please. Don't interrupt. I was in the middle of a sentence. Please don't interrupt. So the sentence has one noun. So remember, subject is the noun. Okay? What is the story? What is this sentence about? The predicate is telling us what is going on in the sentence. Or if it helps, you can think it has the action or the verb in it. The predicate is a verb. The subject is the noun. What is a noun? Tessa? Yes. So the noun in the sentence is owl. There's only one noun in this sentence, right? The owl pumped its great wings and lifted off the branch. Are there two verbs in this sentence? What? Wenxin. Very good. So there is your compound predicate. So number 3, does the sentence have a compound subject? No, we have determined that it's just one, the owl. Or a compound predicate. It does have two verbs. So the answer to 3 is compound predicate. And then how do we know the owl pumped and lifted? Those are the two verbs. Yes, Luke?
Oh, I was going to answer that.
Oh, okay. So put your thumb up if you understand what a subject is and what a predicate is. Thumbs up if you understand that. So a subject is the noun. The predicate is the action explaining the noun, basically the verb. We have had many times where we've circled the subject and did some underlining of the predicate. That's what we're talking. So when we say compound, it means two. So do we have two nouns or do we have two verbs? We have two verbs, so it makes a compound predicate. If we had two nouns, like the owl and the crow pumped its wings, that would be a compound subject. What are the owl and crow? I thought I wrote cow there for a minute. The owl and crow pumped its wings. So is this sentence a compound subject or does it have a compound predicate? Owen. Yes. What are the subjects in this sentence? Owen. Yes. Owl and crow. Are there two actions? So those are the subjects. Pumped its wings is the predicate. How many? Is there one predicate action or are there two? Jonathan.
One.
Yes. So this would be a compound subject. because there are two nouns or subjects. Okay? So so back to our sentence, then the owl pumped its great wings and lifted off the branch like a shadow without sound. How many subjects are there? Friends? Everyone should have their hand up. How many subjects are in our sentence? Jeremiah?
1.
Yes. And what is it?
Compound predicate.
No, what is the subject in their sentence?
Owl.
Yes. So it's not a compound subject, is it? But there are two actions, right? The owl pumped its great wings and lifted off the branch. So we determined that pump and lifted are our compound predicate. Does that make sense? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Do you want me to do another one on the board?
No.
No, absolutely not.
I'm so hungry.
All right, so we really do need to be done. So you can finish this on your own or not, but we got the main thing what I wanted to cover done. So we need to put everything away and get ready for lunch.
So we are now.